Welcome, Andy, to the session today. Maybe can we start with a brief introduction?
Yeah, sure. My name's Andy Woehler. I'm with our Toyota North American headquarters in Plano, Texas, and in a group we refer to as demand and supply management, where we're really trying to find a good balance between our supply capability with those demand signals that are coming in.
Thank you, Andy, and thanks for joining us today. Toyota is well underway with a supply chain and fulfillment transformation program.
Yeah.
Could you maybe explain a bit more about the program and also the needs in the recent years to accelerate the program?
Yeah. Of course, it's a combination of things. Certainly, post-COVID, especially semiconductor supply and some of the downturns we saw in supply, especially through Southeast Asia region, really challenged our ability to navigate issues. You know, in the automotive industry, we continued to see really strong demand through that period and recognized we really didn't have the appropriate tools to navigate some of those issues effectively, as effective as we wanted to. But not only that, even more on the customer side, we saw before COVID kind of the shift in consumer shopping behavior. Of course, this Amazon-like shopping experience no doubt exists in the automotive industry as well. So this transformation is as much about creating a better customer experience as it is about navigating supply issues as well.
Exactly. No, that makes a lot of sense. And as part of the program, obviously there's various streams. And one of the streams is two-way supplier connectivity that we're doing with O9. Can you elaborate on the need for two-way supplier connectivity and also the critical success criteria that you have for this stream?
Yeah, certainly. Of course, you know, our focus with supply chain and fulfillment transformation is to connect our supply chain from end to end. Our supplier partners play a critical role in the success of our operation. So from that perspective, it's obvious to us that we need to include them from the beginning. And you know, we rely on our supplier partners quite a bit in terms of analyzing our demand signal, evaluating changes to that demand signal and what risks might exist to them, and then ask them to effectively communicate those risks to us. And that's really, you know, a key area of benefit that we see with this capability is kind of reducing some of that burden with some of these enhancements to our suppliers. We also recognize 95% plus of our supplier component parts flow to our manufacturing plants every day without disruption. So another, you know, key success criteria for us is how can we not increase the burden in any way to those suppliers, and things like smart response, where we can populate the expected capacity for those suppliers. And kind of minimize or reduce at all that burden to them is also a really key enhancement for us.
Yeah, that makes sense. And maybe linked to that, we started with the first project on two-way supplier connectivity, and you clearly decided, okay, the suppliers have to be part of this project to make sure they're fully onboarded. Can you maybe elaborate more on why you included the suppliers? And also how you went about that.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's about connecting data from end to end. We recognized early that stakeholder voice was extremely important in this transformation project for us. So we brought even one of our larger, more critical suppliers onto the development team, formally onto the development team for our transformation from the beginning to help us even start evaluating the capabilities that existed in the industry and help be that voice for us on a recommendation. You know, very early on, we saw this O9 platform as kind of rising to the top in terms of the ease of use, the ability for our stakeholders to navigate the system, understand the information, and you know, be able to make good decisions. Of course, our own users, the supplier stakeholders, were considering manufacturing, parts, logistics. From that perspective, we felt like this solution was a really good one. And then, you know, supply chains are complex. You know, all supply chains are complex. No doubt the automotive industry also has some kind of unique pieces that need to be considered. Toyota has our own unique operations that we need to consider as well. So, another critical point for us was the flexibility that we saw in this '09 platform to utilize the capabilities that were there, but also tailor it to specifically our needs here at Toyota.
Exactly. If we take a different angle, if you were to talk to your procurement leadership, what would they say about this program, and what is the benefit that they're experiencing from two-way supplier connectivity?
Yeah. I mean, again, we're trying to connect the data again to understand the condition and make an optimal plan for that. Component parts are a critical piece of that. So from a program perspective, from a purchasing perspective, as we have gotten into this, we recognize that component parts of all the different functions of this transformation activity, component parts are fairly standard globally and fairly readily available globally as well. So one of the big benefits we see for two-way supplier connectivity, especially, is our ability to scale this into other regions.
Exactly.
And from a total program perspective, we have common suppliers in North America that we also utilize in other regions globally. And we see this as a great opportunity to start that scaling with this functionality to see the larger transformation take place.
Okay. And similarly, obviously suppliers are asked to support a new process, right? To commit to component demand.
Sure.
That's obviously an additional effort that needs to put in place. Now, you onboarded the suppliers. What is the feedback that you're getting, and what are the benefits that the suppliers are experiencing from this two-way supplier connectivity?
Yeah, no doubt. Koen, we're just getting started in onboarding that first wave of our suppliers into the production environment. We haven't gotten extensive feedback from those, but as I mentioned, we have one larger critical supplier on our development team. We've engaged with 4 strategic supplier partners to help us really through the development and the proof of concept phase, and we've been really encouraged with the feedback we've gotten from them, kind of sharing the common vision of what this two-way supplier connectivity capability will enable. Things like auto forecast analysis, taking that burden off of the supplier, the ability to have smart response in cases where that's appropriate, just the ability to collaborate in one forum to keep that communication free-flowing within this capability. All capabilities that our supplier partners have expressed will be valuable. Of course, this '09 platform really enables future enhancements that we've gotten even more feedback from our suppliers on. Things like shipping-based forecasts to really help our suppliers evaluate their capability from their facilities perspective, extending our forecast out over a longer range, and allowing our suppliers to do that evaluation and collaboration on a longer range forecast. These are just enhancements that we see after we can get through this first round. The '09 platform really enables.
Yeah, what I'm hearing from you is that the suppliers will get more visibility, right? And now, after the MVP, you see actually opportunity to enhance kind of the visibility that you're giving to your suppliers and the ability to collaborate in a structured digital environment, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pivoting to the partnership between Toyota North America and '09, right? So we've collaborated on this first project, and how would you describe the relationship that you have with '09?
Yeah, I'll stick with that word. I agree. I think it's collaborative. I think it's effective. It's been effective. Of course, any new working relationship, right? There's some styles of work that the teams work through. No doubt, we've had that. General areas like project management style, communication style are all things that our teams have worked through. No doubt, especially in this first phase of development, we've packed a lot in. What we think are critical design features packed into this first phase that will roll out. That's highlighted the need for us to increase our cadence of communication between the Toyota and the '09 team, to really increase our opportunity for feedback loop. We've done that through just increasing the amount of face-to-face time that we've had to make sure there's a clear and common vision on where we're trying to get to, and I think that's worked well. We feel like information is flowing smoothly now and effectively now. We are really happy with the development team that O9 has put on this project, especially from a flexibility perspective and the ability to navigate, some of the unique requirements that we have in Toyota, along with just the flexibility with the platform, make us feel really optimistic about it.
Yeah. Andy, when you look at O9's product roadmap, what are the capabilities that excite you the most?
Yeah, again, our supplier collaboration, especially here in North America, is going to be so valuable in our ability to set a good plan and execute on that plan. Like I mentioned before, we see that as a great opportunity to expand this program globally, and are excited about the opportunity to work with other regions on this type of capability.
Yeah, and so are we. And what do you hope to enable in the future?
Yeah, we want to continue to go deeper into the supply chain. Of course, I've talked a lot about supplier connectivity. We recognize the value in having a deep understanding in our lower tier supply chain, which are very complex and really can kind of dictate the success of our organization, our ability to navigate these lower tier supply chain. Not only just navigating issues, but we see continued increase in regulation for the automotive industry that's really going to require a clear understanding of the sourcing and supply of our components and our material, and not only understanding the planned supply chain, but the alternative sources is extremely important for us. So we recognize there's some other modules in the O9 platform that will really help us do that. We're laser focused on connecting with our tier one component part supplier partners now. But as we get through this next phase, we're really excited about continuing to look deeper.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that partnership.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, reflecting on our conversation, do you have any closing remarks or thoughts that you would like to share with the audience?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the time here today to give kind of an update on where we are at. Like I mentioned, we spent a lot of time in the beginning trying to evaluate what are the capabilities we need in this space. And O9's been a wonderful partner through that in sharing kind of what the capability is here, but even more importantly, demonstrating some flexibility to tailor this product to the needs of Toyota. So we're appreciative of that, and we really look forward to the continued partnership.
So do we. Thank you, Andy, for today, and looking forward.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.